Okay, number 9 and 10, the last two factoring problems. 50n squared minus 35, 355n plus 35, they all divide by 5, don't they? So I could take a 5 out. That's going to be the largest factor. So put a 5. 10n squared minus 71n plus 7. Okay, now then, I need to factor this, don't I? And won't simplify anymore, so I'm going to take the 10 and the 7 and multiply, and then write out my factors of 70. 2 times 35, 3 won't work, 4 won't work, 5 times 14, 6 won't work, 7 times 10, and that's it. We want to add and get 71. Add and get 71, the 1 and 70 work, don't they? Add and get 71. So 5 parentheses 10n squared minus 70n minus 1n plus 7. Remember, when you do this, you put the largest factor first, you drop this sign, and we're going to add, so these two signs will be the same. Now then, we can factor by grouping, can't we? So I'm going to write down my 5, start a parentheses, and I could take a 10n out of here, can I? So write down 10n parentheses. I'm going to divide this and this by 10n. So 10n squared divided by 10n is n, minus 70n divided by 10n is 7, parentheses. Notice plus, minus, minus, plus. Plus, minus, minus, plus. The signs are opposite, aren't we? So to make this n minus 7 over here, I need to take out a negative. There's no GCF of 1 and 7, so I'm going to put a 1, parentheses. I'm going to divide these two terms by negative 1, and I'll get n minus 7. Close the parentheses. Notice that the n minus 7 repeats, doesn't it? So I'm going to bring down my 5, start a parentheses, and then I'm going to take out the n minus 7, close the parentheses, scratch these out, and then I have 10n minus 1. It's about the hardest thing you'll do in algebra this year is a problem like this. Okay, over here, 30k squared minus 267k plus 216. I know this divides by 3. 815, that divides by 3. And then, wait, 815, that won't divide by 9. This is going to be 9. They all divide by 3, so I'm going to factor out of 3. And they will divide by 6, actually, because they all divide by 2 and 6. Okay, so let's factor out of 6. 5k squared minus, let's see, 40, and then this divide by 8. No, it won't divide by 6. I'm sorry, we can only divide by 3. So factor out of 3, this will change to 10, because this won't divide by 2. And then if you divide by 3, you'll get 8, 89k, and then plus 72. This is going to be huge right here. Okay, so we took a 3 out, and now we have this. This won't factor anymore. Now then, we're going to multiply the 10 and 7 and get 720. That has a whole bunch of factors. We need to add and get 89. Add and get 89. So I'm going to write the factors down until I add and get 89. 1 times 720 works. Too big. 2 times 360. 3 times 120. 4 times... 3 times, I'm sorry, 240. Sorry about that. 4 times 180, I'm doing this in my brain. 5 times 1, and then 44. Still too big. We need to get down to 89. 6 works. 6 times 120. 7 won't work. 8 will work. 8 goes into there 65 times. We're almost there. That's 73. Is that right? 8 times 85, I'm sorry. And then this is the one that's going to work. 9 times 80. This is it. So 9 times 80, 720. That's my factor that's going to work. We want to add and get 89. 80 plus 9 is 89. So 3 parentheses. Then we have 10k squared. And then I'm going to make this minus 80n, or 80k, minus 9k, plus 72. So like I said, this is the hardest thing you'll do in algebra this year. So negative 80 minus 9 is our negative 89, isn't it? Everyone see that? Now then, we're going to factor by grouping. We're going to group these two and this two. So 3 parentheses. I could take a 10k out of here, can I? So 10k parentheses, and I'm going to get k minus 8. Now then, plus minus, minus plus, plus minus, minus. The signs are opposite, aren't they? So I need to pull out a negative to make the signs the same, and I'm going to divide out a 9. parentheses, and I would get k minus 8 again, wouldn't I? Okay, so I could drop my k minus 8, factor these out, and what's left is 10k minus 9. Just remember, this is the hardest thing you'll do in algebra. Just got to get the repetition down.